Check 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Come on. That's right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, Blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up. Then it bust it open, lift it up. Yeah, come on, lift it up. Then it bust it open for your B-O-Y. Then it, for your rockin' for your lift it up, baby. Mix it with your bust or not.
Come on, Blaze, so you know.
Drop me a nasty beat.
Hey y'all, I'm sorry, I'm a little delayed. How y'all doing? What's up? Come on in, get the likes up on the video. Welcome to the dollhouse. Come on in. Wait, girl, let me fix my hold on, because if my head wrap come off, I look like buckwheat under here. We can't let that get out there. Not this early. The way I talks. If this wrap come off of my head and them people get the screenshot, I ain't gonna be able to come back live. So let me make sure I fix this in case, you feel what I'm saying? In case one of the ops or the rockheads is on here and then the thing fall off, the next thing you know, I look like Boosie too. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then it's, oh, she really ugly in real life. You know how it's gonna go, whatever. So let me fix my head scarf and come on in, get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. This is the dollhouse. I might, you know what, Asia, you're right. If that were to happen, I would just fall off the chair. You're right, Asia. You're right. I just fall off the chair. Knock the computer over. Hope it in the live. But the way my luck set up, I done fell off the chair, knocked the computer over, thinking the live was ended, get right back in the camera, and I'm right here. The live's still going. Voo, we see you, girl. Anything to act like, you know what I'm saying? I done went viral trying to get off the live. Girl, looking stupid and duck goose. Girl, that's just how, that's just how life be working out for me. But don't worry about it, though. It is what it is. We gonna make sure the headscarf tight in case them haters is over here waiting for it to fall off. Slut. Okay? Anyways, come on in, get the likes up on the video. We got a show today, y'all. And before we get into that, I need y'all to do me a favor. They got a link pinned to the top of the chat. And it is for my new merchandise called Bathe. It Black Americans versus Everybody. Make sure y'all pull up and go cop some of the gear that I have at the site. I do have a link pinned to the top of the chat. I have hats, I have jackets, I have hoodies, I have shirts. I have a couple other things that I'm working on and I will be adding to the site. But for now, if y'all want to go, you know what I'm saying, shop with a doll, please. It is a brand with intent and purpose. Shout out to Abundance and Clarity. I love the way she worded that. But it is a brand with intent and purpose. So if you want to support the doll, that's how you can support me. VoodooDollTVShop.com. That's VoodooDollTVShop.com, or you can hit that link in the YouTube chat. Okay, with that being said, though, let's get right on into the what we got to talk about today. So it's a few things going on. I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all before it got too late, and I had put me some beef tips in the oven. So they done came out the oven. I don't know what I'm gonna make with them. I had bought these stuffed mushrooms, but I don't know if I want to eat that with the beef tips. But beef do go with mushrooms, so I might. I don't know. I'm not eating them tonight. I ate leftovers tonight, but I did make me some beef tips for the week. I had not sauteed them, but I had kind of like seared them on a pan just so it could get that little, bite on it. And then I had put it in the oven and I broiled it. And then, I had seasoned, then they put all my stuff on it or whatever. I just don't know what I'm going to eat with them. Why am I talking about that? This is what I was saying. I was saying all that to say I was doing that before I came live. I had to make sure I cooked. You see what I'm saying? And I took out some chicken. Yeah, I was about to make chicken. I took some out. But at the last minute, I said, let me put these beef tips on. But anyways, come on in and get the likes up on the video. So today we're going to be talking about Tokyo Toni still dragging for Blac Chyna. Nothing new to see here, but we'll talk about it anyway. Clarissa Shields is sending a cease and desist and plans to sue 50 Cent. Because 50 Cent basically had a guy come out and say he slept with Clarissa, which she says is a lie. So she sent him a cease and desist. And then she talks about the hate train on her. We're going to get into all of that. Y'all come on in. Kandi and Todd. Kandi girl. They say, you know, Kandi and them the other day just went down there and told the judge people, the clear man in the black robe, that they came to a conclusion, but they didn't want their business out in the street. Well, it turns out the judge said tough titty said the kitty, but the milk was dry. The tea is coming out. And did I not tell y'all Kandi want to try to hide what's going on, but we gonna find out? Oh, yeah, we going to talk about it today. The T coming out. Angela Stanton versus the TS. This sissy Madison. Apparently, Angela Stanton versus this sissy Madison, because this sissy Madison got beef with the DL Whisperer, who they say is helped by Tasha K, but they say she got him put in jail. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to talk about what happened, more or less on the Angela Stanton side of this thing, because I don't think I have a popular opinion on the DL Whisperer, but it is what it is. We'll discuss that. And then Tommie Lee. Tommie Lee is apparently messing with, or at least being seen like she's dating. What's that little boy named? Solange little boy. Ciao. Come on in. Get the likes up on the video. We got a lot to discuss. Because it's just, you know, first of all, Tommie got the computer saying that she's 41. I'm going to say this again. Tommie Lee, the girl from Love and Hip Hop, she done went down to the Google place and told the Google place to tell y'all that she's 41. And I just want to say, Tommie girl, stop the cab.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not.
There's nothing 41 about Tommie. But I get it. When you get to control Google and you get to tell Google to say what you want Google to say, then the people get to saying anything. You see what I'm saying? So Tommie got the people on the internet thinking that she's 41. Girl. Wait till I get enough money. What I'm going to get Google to lie about for me? Girl, this is crazy. Girl, Tommie got a 40-year-old. How she going to be 41? Girl, anyways, come on in, get the likes up on the video. We're going to discuss that and a few other things. Come on in, come on in. Now, I think I do have a couple of honorable mentions I do want to mention to y'all. Y'all do know Real Housewives of Atlanta is coming on. When does it come on? Let me see. When does RHOA premiere? April 5th, Sunday. Not this Sunday, next Sunday. Next Sunday, the show comes on, and y'all know our girl K. Michelle is on the show. And we know K. Michelle, one thing about K. Michelle, she don't play when it comes to that shade. She is the shady queen, okay? So apparently K. Michelle is doing press for RHOA because she is now a member of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She does has a peach. And I did say I wanted to watch it because K. Michelle and Phaedra's going to be there. That should be a doozy, okay? Anyway, they doing press for the show, and it's K. Michelle, Angela, what's the one whose husband really don't like her? Angela Oakley. Angela Oakley, K. Michelle, and Phaedra are doing press. And apparently on the show, K. Michelle and Drew are going to have a little tit for tat back and forth. Now, let me just start off by saying this. Drew be cosplaying as a singer. I didn't say Drew don't know how to sing. What I said is Drew be cosplaying as a singer. And from the sounds of what this beef could be, it seems like there's a music back and forth or something to do with any sort of music. And I would just like to say it is extremely disrespectful for the likes of Drew Sidora to be even sitting in an arena with the likes of a K. Michelle. It's kind of like, what's a god to a peasant? And I'm not calling Michelle a god or calling what's that girl name? Or I'm not calling Drew Sidora a peasant, but what I am saying is there's levels. And Drew is not nowhere near K. Michelle's. At any rate, let's get into K. Michelle, give her shade in her interview about why she not about to beef for no Drew Sidora back and forth. Y'all like the video?
With fellow housewife Drew Sidora. Now what's going on? Why y'all can't get along? What's happening?
I can't say a lot, but I can say it's not for what people think it is or what she would hope it would be about.
Okay.
She would hope it would be about music, but I don't fight about music, when something doesn't compare. So it wasn't that. But no, honestly, right. I travel all over the world. I work, platinum, gold records, all type of stuff. One thing I'm not going to do is fight about music. So okay. I think people think that that's what it's going to be. I try to support all the beginners in music.
Good sister.
No, I'm just being honest.
Okay,
I'm being honest.
That is not fair. We are Chicago. Chicago, stand up. I'm from Chicago. Drew's from Chicago. But that's not that's my girl. How do you say neutral? That is my girl. I love Kay. I love Kay. I love Drew. But Chicago, we got to stand up, Sherry. Come on.
Oh my God.
You making the city look bad. We good.
I'm just ask this. I gotta watch
it's not about music.
It's not about music.
We got to go deeper than music.
It's deeper than music.
I don't even know why I'm gonna answer this, but I'm gonna answer this real quick. You were with Nene at Capitol Hill. Y'all were at Capitol Hill together. So because you were with Nene is Nene.
Yes,
do you want to see Nene get her peach back on the Housewives?
I love Nene. I'm gonna always love Nene, and I would love to see her back. Issues with fellow housewife Drew.
Can I just say that you see that old school grown woman shade, like, oh, I support beginners. That's what the Real Housewives is made of and was made of. Little snippets and get backs like that. That's what made Nene Leakes, even though she was the poorest housewife, the star of them all. The grown woman clapbacks that don't require me to raise my voice. It don't even require me to be outwardly shady. Sometimes it requires you to be a little bit more investigative and read in between the lines. But it's still, the point gets put right where it needs to be put, and it's as loud as it needs to be heard. This is what the Housewives was created on. This is what I would be looking forward to. And I'm not going to lie, people, I love seeing Phaedra and K. Michelle. I could imagine what it would be if Nene, K. Michelle, and Phaedra sat on that couch. Girl, listen. Rather they beefing or they cool. I will take them beefing. I would take them being best friends. I would take them being best girlfriends. It don't matter. Them three at the same table or on the same couch, child, yeah. I'm just saying, I like Angela. I like her. I don't love her. I like Angela. But yeah. And the reason I said Nene, somebody said Kenya. Kenya is another one, but when I'm talking about the level of shade and how the girls deliver, there's something about the way Nene, Phaedra, and even K. Michelle, when they shade you or when they read you, and I'm not saying Kenya can't read, because Kenya is definitely a reading rainbow, bitch. Do you hear me? She definitely grew up watching the show. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is something about that delivery, the way them girls hit it. It just, it's different. It's different. I'm gonna be honest. It just hit a little different. So to me, them three on the show, Nene Leakes, Phaedra Parks, and K. Michelle, yeah. No shade. And if you want for supporting cast, go ahead on. Bring back Kenya. We don't want to see Kandi ever again, so don't bring her back. Bring back Kenya. Portia, obviously. Who else do we need to bring back for 1-2 yin yin? You know what I'm saying? The only way I would want to see Clawfoot is if somebody was getting on her ass. But other than that, hell no. Even though Claudia can read, I will say that. I hate to give her props. I hate to give Clawfoot any sort of props. But I will say Claudia can read when she was reading. But ultimately, I'm just saying those five. Nene, Kenya, Phaedra, K. Michelle, Portia, that's the show. Yeah, bring Kim. Get Kim over there and yeah. Get Kim in, give Kim a peach. No, because she cleared. Don't give her a peach. Let her be a returning guest that keep coming back. Her and Sheree. Just make them guests that keep coming back and let her and Nene keep getting into it. Oh no, let K. Michelle and Kim get into it. Ooh, yeah. Marlo could come by whenever she want to get cussed out, okay? Now, let's move on, y'all. I mean, a girl can only wish. Now, y'all know yesterday we spoke about the Boosie situation. Y'all know Boosie is windmilling for his life. He's now beefing with some local New Orleans podcaster. His name is OG Murder. We talked about him yesterday. I don't want to get into it, but I do want to give y'all the cliff notes. So Boosie is mad with some New Orleans podcaster named OG Murder, who's fire as hell. Y'all make sure y'all follow him. And also Mia X, because after it was said that allegedly Boosie supposedly R-worded a 5-year-old girl whenever she was 5, Boosie got upset because this New Orleans podcaster wouldn't basically take his side without being stupid. Like, basically, the dude was like, listen, I don't know what's going on, so I'm going to just remain neutral till we figure out the facts. Boosie felt some type of way about that and dropped down in the comments and basically was like, bro, how you going to do that to me? I'm from Louisiana. Then he also got mad at He also got mad at Mia X because Mia X was agreeing with the content creator. Now, fast forward, the guy OG Murder has come back and said what he said. He said he's not changing his stance. He don't know Boosie in real life. He don't know what Boosie is capable of. And he's not going to change that just because he's Boosie. Well, Boosie has responded to that message. And also I noticed in the response, Mia X, who I told y'all is very corporate. And when I say corporate, I mean, you know how, like, for instance, I'm going to give you an example. You know how, like, you and your homegirls, or you and people you used to go to school with or that you cool with, let's say y'all go get a good ass job. Everybody at the job may not know y'all personally, but you know each other personally, right? Corporate would be Mia X is one of the friends that cozies up with the higher ups, with the people in charge, and snitch on everybody. That's what Mia X gives me. Mia X gives me the girl that came in, started from the bottom with us all, but she want to climb the top real bad. So because she want to climb the top real bad, she'll snitch on you. She'll get you fired. She'll get you written up because she want to make supervisor. That's what Mia X gives me. So I noticed Mia X dropped down in the comments like, no, Boosie, I didn't say that like that. And I'm just over here saying, gawk 3000. We're going to get into it, though. Let's get into Boosie responding to the content creator, which Boosie is wrong. That man don't know Boosie personally. Why would he jump out the window and say he know for a fact Boosie wouldn't do something like that if he don't know him? That's that blind loyalty. Let's get into it.
Hey, this for everybody, like, people who in the comments saying shit, bloggers, everybody. If you didn't look at that girl and what she said, and your answer wasn't you a lying ass bitch, you got something against Boosie. She did a horrible job. This bitch say she was covered in blood. I wiped the blood off her. Told her sweet things in her ear. She was screaming and kicking. Her mama couldn't hear. All this shit, bro. You know that girl, bro, that girl completely lied. Bro. Girl say she had a seizure, my nigga. What the fuck do you remember after you have a seizure? She cried with no tears, my nigga. Like, it was a horrible job of what she did, bro. Like, bro, I've been on the phone with this girl, grandma, family members. Bro, this her blood cousin, bro. Boosie, this is my blood cousin, bro. She lying. She always had mental problems and always been obsessed with you, even as a child. She lived with my grandma when she was a child. I know for a fact you ain't never seen her and never met her. We grew up together. No cap, her daddy name is Orlando Jackson. This is my uncle. He died of cancer in 01. She lived with my grandma ever since, my nigga. Her mama name is Robin. This is my real cousin. We all from Monroe, Louisiana. She lying, bro. She never met you. She lived with my grandma. You can call my grandma and get proof. My grandma is right here. Her real name is Desiree Jackson, bro. Her granddaddy was the one raping her. They already, am I in any of these, in these paperwork? My granddaddy raped her. Was I in any one of these paperwork? Years, no. This is a fucking psycho. We literally grew up in the same house. I'll come to court and testify and let everybody know that she is lying on you. Call me, Boosie. My grandma is right here, the one who raised her, man. Y'all wrong, my nigga. Y'all wrong, man. Y'all could have looked at this. I ain't gonna read the rest of the shit when she done her kids. Y'all gonna really say the bitch crazy when what she done her kids. And it's even worse, her kids got autism, what she done her kids, bro. Kids who really need help, what she done her kids. And this the bitch y'all chasing for. The world crazy, bro. Hey, this for everybody, like, you know.
So let's be clear. Boosie is responding to a content creator who simply said, I would like to believe that this is not true, but because I don't know the facts, I'm going to just stay neutral. Boosie is mad because he felt like that content creator, because he's from New Orleans and Boosie is from Louisiana, that the content creator should have just jumped out the window and said Boosie would never. Mind you, this content creator has never met Boosie. And I want y'all to pay attention to what I say. The content creator is from New Orleans. Boosie is from Louisiana. Although New Orleans is inside of Louisiana, we talking about two different places. I see all the time on the internet, people like to group New Orleans into Louisiana. And when you go around people who from New Orleans, they will correct you on that at all times. We do not fall under no jurisdiction inside of that state. And when I say jurisdiction, I mean the hood politics. That Louisiana stuff, that's no shade, but that's for the surrounding areas that need support systems. New Orleans don't need no support system. Now, why is this important? Because Boosie holler, you supposed to be from Louisiana, as if being from Louisiana trumps him being from New Orleans. That don't go like that. That just never have. It just never have. New Orleans is its own country. So whatever Louisiana politics, rules, or whatever it is, he wouldn't fall under it because, number one, New Orleans has its own jurisdiction. But even if we were to go with what you're saying, he don't know you. He ain't never met you. Why would he jump out the window, throw his neck out there, put his platform at risk, and jump out the window and say, Boosie would never. He's never met you a day in his life. Why would he say that? Well, I don't know if he ever met you, but I know he don't know you like that. It just doesn't make common sense. But again, Boosie is used to that industry stuff. He want people to jump out the window head first and don't say nothing against him because he's Boosie and he's from Louisiana. Let me just say this, Boosie. Like I said earlier on the other channel, and like I said last night on this channel, you making yourself look guilty. I don't give a damn what the family texts you. Because one thing I know about a broke-ass, hating-ass family, they willing to sell anybody up the road. They sell their own mamas and kids up the road. So I don't give a damn what they text you. Because they can't tell me what happened between you, that girl mama, and that girl. They wasn't there. So I could care less. I'm going to be honest. I could care completely less what the cousin text you, what the grandma text you, what the auntie text you, and the uncles. We don't care. Because unless they were in the house when the alleged incident happened, none of them can say anything. It's just, Boosie, you making yourself look bad. The girl made the accusations. You making it go farther than it have to go. You is. You know what I'm saying? He just don't understand that, though. He'll catch on one day. He ain't caught on yet. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Let me read a couple of super chats. Daisha, thank you so much for being a member for 8 months. Says, looking gorgeous per usual. Thank you. I just didn't want to put the wig back on. And I'm going to get my hair done Wednesday. I didn't want to put that wig back on. So I said, girl, let me wrap this little head scarf around here. Thank you. B. Scott, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Welcome to the dollhouse, honey. Thank you. And Celine, thank you so much. Celine JB4730. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, you look beautiful, boo. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody in the building. Come on now through with the profile picture. Come on, profile. Hello. All right, now we got to get back into the show, y'all. I want to move into this whole Tommie Lee and Julez Knowles. Is that how you say that little boy's name? Now, y'all know Solange had a child named Julez. And apparently, he had been coming out recently, making headlines, saying all kinds of stuff. But now recently, we seen him out somewhere with Tommie. Now, according to the tabloid headlines, they want us to believe that Tommie is 41 and this little boy is like in his early 20s. If y'all believe Tommie is 41, you foolish. Tommie at least 55. Do you hear me? Tommie is an old ass woman. Okay? Old ass woman. I don't want Tommie to let Google lie to you. So I know Tommie put that out there, and this is giving very much publicity, and I'm going to tell you why. But before we get into that, let's get into a bit of Tommie Lee outside with that lady's son. And that lady know how to fight, Tommie. You don't know how to fight no more. You going to get beat up. Solange going to whoop your ass with her son, because I know if he was mine, I'd have whooped your ass. Let's get into Tommie out there with that lady's son.
They just kissed. They just kissed. Type of shit to do when you like somebody.
My baby. So fine.
It's hard to be fine. I said it's hard to be fine when you got somebody on your back.
Still fine.
Come on.
Are you struggling, babe? I told you. Wait. And now we gotta go get this nigga out of jail. It's been a crazy weekend.
Oh, baby, I don't even want to come here.
Man. I'm game. We're gonna see you in a minute. Free Grace. We be back in the morning. Oh, we're gonna go to Publix to get a chicken tender sandwich.
Wait, I have another video to show y'all. Wait, is this the same video? This might be the same video. Yeah, this is the same one. So, okay. These videos started surfacing and people were like, what in the hell is she doing with 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 Solange's son Julez, right? And according to this article, it says just another wild night out. Tommie Lee and Julez, it says Solange's son are out teaming up to bail out a friend out of jail. First of all, the age gap alone is wild. Tommie is way older than him, but we gotta know, who do you think is more upset about this duo, Solange or Beyonce? Let me say this. I don't think that this is real. I think this is about as real as toilet paper over there with Marlo. I don't believe that any of this is real. It's publicity. Because I tell y'all all the time, everybody on the internet lying to you. Y'all think I be hating, but I'm really just telling y'all the truth. So anyways, because I know everybody be lying to you and they can create their own truth, I know that he's lying. I told y'all the other day he was on here talking about how everybody thought he was gay. Look.
Misconceptions?
What are the
People think I'm gay. You know that?
I am gay.
Pretty like
I do.
Like, you want to know something that's so crazy?
What's crazy?
You know, like, in the start of my life, I used to like...
This is nuts to be heard.
Nah, for sure. Look, you know, like, the first time I ever heard myself in the media was, I was in 7th grade, and my mom had posted this picture of me. I was dressed as LL Cool J. I had, like, this red
Halloween
jumpsuit. Yes. I'm 13 at the time. Mind you, I had a girlfriend at the time. I went to school and my girlfriend showed me a picture that my mom posted. It was on some media shit. And these grown ass adults was calling me gay at 13 because they were saying I'm pretty. I'm a pretty boy. And college. So look, so this is how I kind of think of it. I started modeling and I went from bashing women to automatically now I'm gay. And then look, listen, I just declined the interview at the spot and now I'm homophobic. So I went from bashing women to now I'm gay to now I hate gay people. So it's kind of, just let them say what they want to say.
They're going to say whatever, and they're always going to have something to say. What's the hardest part about being you?
So in my opinion, because he had I don't know if this is an old, I don't know if this is an older interview. I don't know what this is, but I do recall this coming out. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. In my opinion, I think that he's trying to get in front of that narrative. I don't think he wants to be known as the gay dude. I think that he wants to be known as heterosexual. Now, is he gay or straight? I don't know. But I do think that he wants to be known as the heterosexual dude. And that's why he's doing what he's doing. Now, in my opinion, I don't think that the publicity is working, not because he's not a handsome man and Tommie's not beautiful, but simply because it's just not realistic. It's just not. It's not. At the end of the day, Tommie is too old. And I'm not saying that older women ain't, dating younger men. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is it doesn't even seem realistic because y'all wouldn't even have nothing in common, let alone, it's just not, I'm not buying it. I believe that he's trying to cover up for the fact that people thought that he was gay. And let me also say, when I look back at that video, watching his mannerisms, he looks very loose-wristed to me. Okay? And again, in a world of society or in a world or society where you can create your own truth via the internet, a person like Julez is perfect to be seen with the likes of a Tommie, because all he has to do is, no matter what you saw with your own eyes, all he has to do is just put out another picture and people will go with that. People will not believe their own eyes to go with what people say. And people do it all the time. So I just believe that this is a cover up. But again, if y'all believe this and y'all believe Marlo was over there with toilet paper, I have a whale to sell to you. I got it. I will ship it to you for free. You don't have to pay for shipping. Just come on, pick it up for 30% off if y'all believe that this is real. Okay, that little boy looks fruity. Gay as two left shoes. Don't ask me what that means. My mama used to say that. That's where I get it from. But that's what that little boy looks like. Okay. And you know what? I don't know if this is some sort of PR. Maybe Solange don't want people to know her son is gay or whatever. I don't know why she wouldn't want to know. I mean, it is what it is, girl. Like, that's still your child. So I don't know. And I'm putting it on Solange. I don't even know if this is on Solange. It might be on him. But he's very loose-wristed if you ask me. Okay, now let's move on. Now I want to move on, you guys, to Kandi and Todd's divorce. Kandi girl! every man. Kandi, oh Kandi girl. You know, I never thought I'd be talking about Kandi this much, because Kandi is not that interesting. Can we be honest? Can we have a talk? Kandi is not this interesting. Kandi knows Kandi is not this interesting. I think if Kandi had an opportunity to pay to watch Kandi, Kandi wouldn't pay to watch Kandi. You see what I'm saying? So apparently Kandi knows that, and she wants to get these last little 15 minutes of fame. So Kandi has been all over the internet, like I've told y'all on many occasions before, swearing to God she don't want nobody in her business with the divorce, but going on every podcast to give us tea about the divorce. Now I told y'all this is control tea. This is what Kandi wants us to believe and what she wants us to hear. This is the narrative that Kandi wants to control. Same way Julez trying to control his, same way Toilet Paper was trying to control his. Everybody want to control the narrative, okay? So now Kandi girl has been going around saying she don't want everybody in her business, yet still doing every podcast she can find to put people in her business and give them the narrative she want to give them. And now that her and Todd finally get to an agreement on this here divorce, remember, if they didn't come to an agreement, they would have had to go to court and do the whole divorce court thing. Then we would have got all of the tea. All of the hoes Kandi was scissoring with, we would have found that out. We would have found out what our lead Kandi is really hiding, which is the fact that Kandi ain't as rich as y'all think she is. I don't think Kandi is hiding the dagging on the low as much as she's hiding that pocketbook. Okay? I think Kandi is living off the facade of being what she said. I can take care of every month on here if I want to. She's still living off of that. And I think that Kandi is scared that if we dig into her divorce, we gonna see Kandi girl. She ain't got it like we thought she had it. Now, in our po-ass world, it wouldn't matter because I just get on the internet and be like, yeah, bitch, I had 10 million when I started the show. Now I got one more than you. That's what I would have came on the internet and said. But I know people like to live off a facade, and I don't think she wants to admit that. And I also think she don't want to admit, hear me out, I think the worst thing she don't want to admit is that she took a huge L by marrying the nigga that everybody was telling her not to marry. Kandi don't want to have to come to terms with us. I don't know if she came to terms by herself. Maybe she went off into a corner, got deep down in her baritone voice, and maybe she said to herself, "Self, this might be it." Whoa, smokestack lightning. I don't know what she did. I don't know. I wasn't there. Maybe she came to terms by herself. But what I know in the real world, she refused to come to terms in front of us so that we could say, nanny, boo-boo girl, we told you. Okay? So Kandi don't want us to know how much she's shelving out to Todd. But we know you shelving it out. And I don't want nobody to come on here and tell me, Voodoo, you wrong for wanting to know that business. You shouldn't have invited us to the wedding. We want to be down at the courthouse for the divorce. Y'all gonna learn. When you don't want people in your business, you keep your business to yourself. You get it? Now, granted, doxing happen and things of that nature, but y'all can't play super and go stupid. Just like Super Scent, put all her life out here for the world. Then when it don't work out in your favor, I'm peeling back. This too much. Girl, go lay. You shouldn't have invited us to the wedding. Now it's time for us to go in front of the black man, the clear man in the white robe. We want to know what happened. Plus, we are invested because some of us was on Mama Jer's side and some of us was telling you this was a scheme that Todd set up. When the nigga was over there creating random spoons, I told y'all Kandi slow as a turtle. Didn't I say it? I know what I said. I was there when I said it. But look at y'all. No, Voodoo. It's black love. Where's the black love now? Anyways, Kandi don't want us to see what's going on after they done came to the agreement. And they apparently went down to the courthouse to ask the court people to seal the paperwork. And the judge said, hell no, ho. That's what the judge said. Now, let's get into a little bit of this little article, okay? It says, the Jasmine brand exclusively reports Kandi Burruss and Todd, I done got that bitch Tucker, have reportedly submitted a settlement in their ongoing divorce case, according to a source present in the courtroom, but their effort to keep details private is facing pushback. According to the source, the couple finalized their agreement following a March 11th announcement that they had reached a full and final settlement. The case had remained open as the court awaited the completed documents. During the latest hearing, the source says a motion was presented to seal the case records, citing concerns that the couple had been stalked and arguing that sealing the file would help protect their children. However, the judge declined to fully seal the case at this time. Instead, the court indicated it may consider a more limited approach, potentially sealing sensitive details such as financial information and addresses, rather than restricting access to the entire case. The development follows a prior court order requiring the parties to submit finalized documents by March 20th or risk dismissal without prejudice. It says it remains unclear what additional rulings may follow regarding what information, if any, will ultimately be kept private. I'm telling y'all, the two things Kandi don't want us to know is about her sexcapades and about her pocketbook. There's two things Kandi trying to hide. The freak off and the pocketbook. Okay? Those are the things. Now, a lot of people may feel like it's not that big of a deal. Why don't they just seal it? By that logic and that metric, all of these other celebrities that came before Kandi should have been able to have their seal too. We've seen the most high-profile celebrities go through marriages, and we've seen the most high-profile celebrities go through divorce. Okay? Who makes Baritone Burruss any different? Who tapped her and said she was queen of the differences? Somebody drop down in the chat and help me out. Drop down in the comments. Okay? See, what y'all don't understand is part of being a celebrity, myself included, and I'm not a celebrity, but part of being a public figure is part of your life happens to unfortunately be online. Unfortunately. It's kind of like part of the game. But when you put a lot of your life out there online for profit, you can't get mad when the profits dry up and then say, oh, I don't want to share my life. No, share it the way you were sharing it when you was making all that money and going viral, when it was going good. How you gonna come share all the tea when it was going good, but then when it go bad, it's, oh no, we got to seal this. No, that don't go like that. So personally, do I think Kandi should want to seal it? Probably, yeah, because who wants people in their business? But ultimately, it don't matter. She is a celebrity. She had the wedding in front of us, and the divorce should be in front of us as well. Now, it did say they could look into hiding certain financial information. I don't know what that financial information may be. I do know Kandi don't want us to know how much she paid Todd, which means it must have been a lot. If she didn't want us to know how much she paid Todd, that must mean it's a lot. Or at least a lot more than she want us to think it was. And I was watching Michelle A.T. Alien. Shout out to Michelle A.T. Alien. She bought out something. Remember that video I showed y'all the other day when Todd was up there at that condo in Jersey talking about, I'm glad I didn't get rid of this apartment. He did low-key throw shade at the end. It was like, oh, because my Atlanta apartment gonna be just as nice. He basically saying, I got a payday coming. That's what he's saying. I got a check on the way. I'm waiting for my direct deposit to hit. That's what I got from it, at least. The point is this, girl. This is what I think that this should be public, because I think more Black women should see this. Because I think that Black women are under the illusion that because you're a woman that you can't get got down at the courthouse. Let Kandi Burruss and a host of these other women be lessons to y'all. Y'all think when it's time for divorce, the judge is going to care because you a woman? Or at least a Black woman? Do you really believe? I need Black women to really hear me out. Because Black women are making a lot of money these days. And y'all going to marry a lot of bum-ass niggas. And I ain't mad at you for marrying a bum ass niggas. I'm mad at you for lying and saying they not a bum ass nigga and then get mad when he want to take everything from you in divorce. But it's a lot of black women out here getting a lot of money. And y'all going to marry these nutting ass, bum ass niggas. Y'all turning them, y'all taking them from Ned the Wino off the street and fixing them up like Florida did that time they was coming to check the apartment for the inspections and whatnot. And y'all putting these niggas out on the couch to make it seem like these niggas is something they not. Then when Mad Day come and they spill all your tea and I didn't want to take your money, then y'all want to holler, he sad, he a man, how he gonna do that to a woman? He ought to be ashamed of himself. No, he shouldn't. You know who ought to be ashamed of themselves? The duck goose who go pick these nutting ass niggas off the curb. You should be ashamed of yourself. Kandi should be ashamed of herself, not Todd. Todd is actually the only intelligent one in this scenario. Todd is the only intelligent one in this scenario. Kandi a duck, Mama Jer's a duck, everybody, even his mama was a duck. Rest in peace. He's the only intelligent one in the scenario. So I don't want y'all to sit up here and get mad at Todd for playing the game. You got to get mad at the player. How they say, don't hate the player, hate the game. You can't do that. Y'all can't do that. Y'all can't do that. Y'all out of pocket. Y'all want to step in shit, then get mad when we smell it on you. That don't go like that. That don't go like that. You meet this bum ass nigga, this is what I propose. Because see, when I get my money, because I'm about to get money, God, please don't let me run into a bum ass nigga. But let's just say I met a nigga and he ain't got it. You think I ain't gonna come on here and say, yeah, he ain't got it like that? I would like to see a woman come on here and tell us the truth so you can show us how you built your nigga so we can know what to do and what not to do when we build ours. Does that make sense? We need to build a nigga course. You see what I'm saying? You hoes want to build a nigga in private and then bring him out to the front in public and want us to believe he's a finished product. No, slut. Build him online. The same way you built your brand, build the nigga online so we can take notes. You get it? Or you can take my other advice, which is stop dating bum ass niggas, which is harder, easier said than done. Either way, Kandi girl, Baritone Burris, the tea is coming out. And we're going to find out how much scissoring you really was around there doing, talking about Broadway. Well, yeah, you was on Broadway, all right. Kandi girl, you was on Broadway, all right. Kandi. I was on Broadway. Broadway my ass. That's what they said. That ain't what Todd told the people down at the courthouse. Talking about you was on Broadway, girl, bye. You don't want us to see what Todd told them people. On Broadway, catfishing them good people. Catfishing them good clears. Catfishing them clears. She probably out there dressed like a trans man, picking up women. She already have the aesthetic. She already got her voice is already in the lowest octave a woman could go in. You feel what I'm saying? The bitch probably be out there putting on, she probably got somebody in the back that work in Broadway that get the props. Put that whole mustache and a goatee on. That whole Kandi probably be up and down Broadway. You feel me? She up and down Broadway, all right, picking up women. Girl, it wouldn't surprise me. It's highly weird. None of that surprised me. Y'all, girl, please. Ain't she from Atlanta? Girl, bye. Y'all can get on here and say that I'm talking crazy. You ain't never been out here. I'm telling you what I know. It wouldn't surprise me if the bitch was out there in disguise, girl, picking up hoes on Broadway, girl. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Kandi. And letting Don Juan dress like a woman. With Don Juan in drag. Oh, how I hate Don Juan. Oh, I don't know why. I just hate him. And he never did me nothing. I just hate him. You know, I don't know why I hate Don Juan. I just do. Anyways, let's move on, y'all. Oh, Don Wine done caught a stray. Now I wasn't even expecting that. Let's move on. Now I want to get into Claressa Shields and 50 Cent. Y'all like the video? Like the video, please. Like the video. Get in here. Like the video, girl. Let the people know we around here josting. So let's get into Claressa Shields and 50 Cent. So did y'all see that Claressa Shields is beefed out with 50 Cent? Because according to 50 Cent had went on his Instagram and said that Claressa Shields was sleeping with this man named Bud. Let me get him on here. 50 Cent, Bud. 50 Cent, Claressa. Let me get her on here. Now, y'all know Claressa Shields is beefing with 50 because remember, 50 first. See, I want to start at the beginning because I feel like a lot of people like to start at the beginning. I mean, in the middle. Let's start at the beginning. 50 Cent was beefing with all of hip hop, right? Right after the Diddy died. When 50 had words with Papoose, because 50 and Pap had words. When 50 had words with Pap, 50 was the one who brought up Claressa. Mind you, prior to that, 50 Cent posted a video with Claressa in the club, making it seem like Claressa was a groupie, but Claressa had to come back and show y'all that that was a lie and was misleading, and that basically 50 was trolling. So 50, every time he got into it with Pap, instead of getting in the boot, all he would do is go and drag for Claressa, okay? Now, in dragging for Claressa, one of the things he did was share this video and footage saying that Claressa Shields was sleeping with this dude named Bud. Now, Bud is apparently some dude who Claressa Shields knows. She actually does know him. He was there in her home, but according to 50, he was trying to phrase it like Claressa was cheating on Papoose and sleeping with Bud. He even came out and put out text messages, but the text messages don't really say that they were messing around. It just was like, hey, where you at? You come in tight teeth. But either way, 50 was trying to imply that Claressa was sleeping with the man. So we're going to get into that before we get into how we get here. Let's get into a little bit of him releasing footage, it says, of Claressa Shields. Hold on. I don't want to play the music. So 50 was trolling. He was trolling on his page, obviously releasing footage of Claressa and all that stuff, but that's not why. That's not the video I want to show y'all. Let me show y'all this one.
Your page. You got.
So after he said the guy Bud slept with Claressa and posted that on his page, this is Claressa's response.
This video, whatever these pictures was, take them down. He took them down. It messed with my page. Everything is lined up by threes. Okay. It's not that serious. You have your videos on my page and don't nobody feel me and you together. All I ever did was show he begging to not get these pictures taken down. Excuse me, Bud. I'm going to report it if you don't take it down. Make you 2 other posts and replace them. Take me off your page. You're gonna mess my page up. Whatever that fuck that means. Now he, you never said you had a boyfriend and you know it. I took it down. You know, I 100% told you I had someone. You didn't. You already confirmed it in our text. What if I get a boyfriend? What you gonna do? That's what you say. I said, I told you I was in love with him. Who is him? Pap, you idiot. So what are you talking about? You told me that, and that's why I went back and got with my girlfriend. So why you mad? I'm not mad. I don't give a shit about what you do. You hurt me first. Don't post me on your shit and you got your women. I'm happy for y'all. I kicked it with them on Christmas because you was with Pap, which is great. I spent time with you even though you crushed me. How can you crush someone with something
Okay, Claressa, you were supposed to be proving that you wasn't sleeping with the man. This proves y'all was dealing. You know, Claressa is a boxer and she do get hit upside the head. But let me ask y'all a question. Claressa was supposed to be proving to us that she did not sleep with this man and she don't know what 50 Cent talking about. But as we read these text messages, it looks like y'all dealt in some manner. Y'all dealt in some manner. He's literally saying, I went and got back with my girlfriend because you was with Pap. And you was over here saying, but I love him. Girl, what is y'all talking about, girl? I don't know if you slept with him, Rissa, but something in the milk ain't clean, girl. You were supposed to be proving 50 wrong. You should have left these text messages out of it. You look real guilty, Fefe.
I already told you. Bud, you got to stop. I was still crushed. You crushed your own feelings. You told me after the internet shit, you didn't want to accept the truth. The day after, before that, I had no clue. He said, I told you before when the internet stuff happened, you was just mad that it was him. I never told you who I was with. I just said someone. I don't care about him. In your brain, that meant no one. Of course you don't. In my brain, you're who I care about. Stalker. Till I see a ring, I don't care what you're talking about. This is me telling him, you slow as hell. I know how to treat a woman. Man, I told this nigga no means no, nigga. What the fuck else do you have to say? What else do you gotta say?
Of course you don't. In my brain, you're who I care about. That must be him in the grave. Till I see a ring, I don't care what you talking about. Or is that her? You slow as hell. I know how to treat a woman. That must be him. So what do you mean till I see a ring? What you mean till you see a ring? I'm of confusion.
No means no, nigga. And I'm getting treated beautiful over here. I'm happy y'all believe in fake text messages. I believe in me. I know how to play my position. There is no part to play. Another picture of me. Delete. I never played with you. And that's it. I get it. That's my role. You fucking up. I said I'm fucking up. You have to be stopped. Who do you think you are, bud? I'm a good man. I said, okay. You can't bring what I bring to the table. What do you bring to the table? All this stuff he say, blah, 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 trust, love, blah, 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 blah.
You can't bring what I bring to the table. She says, what do you bring to my table? Why do you care if you got a man, girl? He says, trust, love, understanding, time, self-made, loyalty, security, financial stability, joy, happiness. I don't do FaceTime. I really pull up. He says, if something happened right now, I'm pulling up with hundreds of shooters. No questions asked. I will spin for you for real. It's not just a song for me. She says, okay, bud, I don't need you to do that. Girl.
Okay, bud, I don't need you to do that. Man, if somebody don't get this man off my motherfucker, take me off your page. You got this video, whatever these pictures was.
So Clarissa was supposed to be proving that she wasn't messing with this man. Oh, until Pat put a ring on it. Thank you. Y'all know I'm a little slow. Thank you, Ken Doran. She said he meant until Pat put a ring on it, it's open season. Got it. So till Pat put a ring on Clarissa, he said he ain't going nowhere. But Clarissa was trying to prove to us that she wasn't messing with the boy. This literally proves the opposite, Rissa. And I'm not hating, girl. You making the money. In my opinion, you should be able to sleep with Papoose and all the men around them. In my opinion, Clarissa. If I felt like you could get away with it, I feel like you should be able to sleep with Pap and his friends if you choose. He a bum. He live with you. If the shoe was on the other foot and he was a nigga, he would have tried to sleep with you and all your friends. Boop. So I'm not mad at Clarissa for spreading her royal oats. You get it? That ain't the problem here for me. I don't know about for you. I'm just saying for me. She should be able to drop that coochie off wherever she wanted. She making all the money around there. She sweating. She should be able to put it on whoever she want to put it on. And Pap got a wife, so he shouldn't be able to say nothing to her. That's just me. However, Clarissa trying to live like her and Pap is in love, and we all know that's not the truth. Plus, she want to make it seem like she wasn't messing with this man, and as we can see, that don't seem like it's the truth neither. Clarissa, if you didn't sleep with that man, you at least sucked a little peen or something, girl. I mean, come on now. You let him put his hand between your legs or something. Come on now. Is we gonna have the conversation or no? We grown. You put your mouth on that boy, or that boy put his mouth on you, or you let him put his hand between your legs when y'all was sitting somewhere and nobody could watch. Stop it. Because this conversation ain't going to be no conversation you have with a nigga you ain't never played with like that. Come on now. That's the only way you talk like that to a nigga over the phone unless y'all play with each other like that, girl. So I don't know if you screwed him, but I do know something took place. I don't know what it was. I wasn't there. But what I can say is, from the sound of the text messages, that nigga said he ready to die about that pussy. Okay? So that means he either smelt it, tasted it, or jumped in it. Something done happened, Larissa. And if I were you, I would own it. I would become the quote king. Yeah. I would be the woman that can have my access to all the niggas in the land. Do you hear me? Bitch, let me stop. See, my brain, I'm a Pisces. I be dreaming. And in my mind, I would turn the quote Clarissa into a comic book star, bitch. And she'll have a cape and she'll be rich. And every time she fly out, she'll be able to take everybody's husband. Sure would. She'll be able to take everybody's husband and sleep with him and bring him back. Not because she fine, not because she cute, because she the quote and she could do that. And that would be her superpower. You see what I'm saying? It would inspire a lot of young girls. In my opinion, not a lot of young girls, a lot of young hoes. It'll inspire a lot of young hoes. They would at least know how to run the game. You see what I'm saying? I think it would be a dope ass cartoon. I would watch it. I would watch it. Yes, I would. But let's get into Clarissa. Now, she says allegedly that since 50 kept going back and forth saying that she was sleeping with Bud, the guy who said he gonna die behind it, she said that now she sent him a cease and desist and she gonna sue his ass. Let's get into it.
Yeah, y'all didn't have an intimate relationship. But
so what we talking about then?
Right, but it felt like he was acting like you guys, I don't know what happened.
Listen, I'm not here to give nobody a platform but myself. But I will say this. 50 Cent has been sent paperwork for even insinuating and saying that I slept with this guy, I was romantic with this guy, sexually involved with this guy. All that is a lie. But I just wish 50 would have gotten a booth. Like I thought he was a rapper. What is 50 Cent? Is he a rapper? Is he a producer? Is he a actor? What is he?
Well, defamation wouldn't be on the table if it was in a song. I will say that, because you can say things in a song when you're coming at somebody.
It wasn't in a song he made.
No, but I'm saying he didn't make a song.
No, but I would rather him do that. But the whole reason is I didn't drag myself into this rap beef. It started New Year's when 50 made a post with me and Pep in it, right? Disrespectful, right? Okay, boom. I tried to steer away from that because I'm locked in for the fight. I don't care about what 50 Cent talking about or why he trolling, because I've never done nothing to him.
But that's somebody that you also liked previous to this. You thought,
it's like now is, hey man, enjoy that paperwork that you just got hit with that cease and desist. And yes, I'm going to be suing you for defamation of character, for lying on my character and playing on my reputation. Don't ever put no body on me like that. Like, what is wrong with you? And you know, 50 lied about sleeping with Mia too back in 2006. So this is not of the abnormal of him. This is what he does, but I'm not the person you play with like that.
That y'all didn't have an intimate relationship. But
so what we talking about then?
Right, but it felt like he was acting like you guys, I don't know what happened.
Listen.
So So Clarissa says she sent the cease and desist to 50. And I'm gonna be honest. It's some of the stuff that 50 does is kind of weird. Like, I thought it was very lowbrow and cheesy of him to put out that Clarissa Shields was sleeping with somebody else. Because if it wasn't Clarissa Shields and it was another girl, I know that the internet would have called 50 lame and corny. If it was let's say he said that about Nikki. No, people don't like Nikki no more. Let's say he said that about Lotto. Like, half the internet will want his head. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that he finds, it's the digs that he used against certain women that I find to be cheesy. And as a man, it's so many things he could have came at her with. It's just like her body count. And to be completely honest, it would be wrong in any other situation. So I didn't like it. I felt like it was lame as F for any man to be talking about who a woman, you know what I'm saying, for a man. Now, that's one thing, women gonna do it. Women gonna get into it with a bitch and say, yeah, bitch, that's why you F so-and-so. That's what women do, because we're cackling in sometimes. But you don't expect that from a man. You just don't. And ultimately, I think that she's well within her rights to send him a cease and desist. Because you can't just go around saying that somebody slept with somebody unless you know it to be fact. Now, unless the boy Bud is going to help on 50's behalf and testify on 50's behalf that he did, in fact, sleep with Clarissa, and that's why 50 said it, then that would be a whole nother story. But if he, in fact, never slept with Clarissa, then Clarissa has a case. That is literally defamation of character. You cannot go out there and say that that girl slept with somebody, especially if you don't know it to be a fact. That's textbook defamation of character. It is. You're defaming her character as far as a woman. She's supposed to be the woke. She already in a male-dominated field. Now you're going to make her out to be a whore? Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. But ultimately, I don't know. All I can say is she sent out the cease and desist, and we'll see how it works. 50 Cent is in his season of karma, along with Blueface and all these other people I keep telling y'all about. Y'all got to catch up and understand what y'all looking at. There's a lot of seasons of karma going on here, okay? And these people are reaping their karma. A lot of people windmilling trying not to reap their karma, and they can't do nothing about it. But it is what it is. Let's get into Tokyo Toni. Update. Like the video, y'all. Y'all know we talked about Tokyo Toni, who's been on the internet dragging her daughter, Blac Chyna. Tokyo Toni is the mother of Blac Chyna, who we all know from Love and Hip Hop and all these other shows and all types of stuff. She used to date a bunch of dudes in the industry. And Tokyo Toni has shown us she's been the poster child of a narcissistic mother. Now, Tokyo Toni came on the internet and said that she hated her daughter. She said she wished she had aborted her. She said that she hoped she dies or something to that effect. All kind of horrible, heinous things, okay? Now, Tokyo Toni received backlash, and originally she came back and told us F her. She shot us the bird. Then she came back crying and was like, she can't help it. Her daughter's just jealous of her. Then she came back again, and this is what she had to say. And she came back another time, too. Let's get into this video of Tokyo Toni addressing the haters who got something to say about what she said about her own child. Check her out.
I simply don't want to ever be bothered with my daughter again. Time after time, I've tried. She still won't change her ways. For the past 7.5 years, I've been falsely accused of being a bad mother, of being jealous of what I created. I've never had any ill will against my daughter, and I've been the only person she's had in her whole life. Yes, my mother watched her, as any grandmother would. But I was a phenomenal mother. At 17, I hustled drugs. I grew up and then hustled pussy.
And it feels like it.
Not Tokyo Toni saying, I was a phenomenal mother. At 17, I sold drugs. Well, I be damned. How you gonna be a phenomenal mother in a queen pen? That don't go together, Tokyo. Then Tokyo said, yeah, my mama watched her. Watched her? Why Tokyo act like she was dropping Angela off after school? Bitch, what you mean she watched her? That girl bed was at her grandma's house. What? Narcissist. Something is wrong with Tokyo. See, these are the emotions that a narcissist mother goes through when she can't get the reaction from the daughter or the child. You see what I'm saying? So it's an emotional roller coaster that Tokyo going through. So she was a damn good mother, stand-up mother, and she sold drugs and coochie at 17. Her mama didn't raise Angela. She just watched her, according to Tokyo. And the way she be doing these documentaries where she just be playing the music and talking over it and having it around her face as if this is a TV show, it's always frying me. I just want to send that out there, okay? Every time she does that, it fries me, okay? So when she sent that out and didn't get the response she wanted, she came back and said F it again, and she cussed Blac Chyna out again. Let's get into it.
I haven't talked to Chyna in over a year or so since she left here and used all my money and all my business and all my cars and all my houses and all my know-how and me setting her up with a treatment, bitch, for her shit. She's never paid me shit. Bitch, it's called momager. We don't do shit for free. I do though. What you can't do is play with your mother that fucking is the only bitch that was there for you. You goofy bitch. So you want to fuck everybody over and then fuck me again. Can't do it. I told you don't do it the first time, didn't you? Gonna be a one embarrassed motherfucker. So let's talk about that abortion. What was his name? What's the name of the guy? She fucked so many of these niggas, I'm sure. She's so jealous of me. Can't get a husband. Bitch can't get a husband for shit. You want to talk about my husbands. But yet, bitch, do we really want to talk about? You couldn't keep your little lips and hands off my husband, could you? Let's talk about Anthony. Yeah, you run and want to go get him water. And that was fine, little girl, because you was a little girl.
That part scared me. Did y'all catch what she just talked about? That part scared me. She said, talk about how you, because remember I told you a narcissist mother has a competition with her child that most of the time the children don't even know they're in. So she just said, yeah, talk about how you never got a husband. Because in Tokyo's mind, that's her one up. Yeah, you superseded in this, that, and the third, but you ain't never got married. A man chose me. So this is the first thing she go to. Yeah, and talk about how you never got a husband and how you was with Derek and you got him some water. I mean, you was a little girl. In my mind, she despised Chyna as a little bitty girl. They got women who be thinking they little bitty babies is trying to sleep with their husbands and their men. That's what that's what Tokyo just exposed. Because even she said, you was going to get him water. Yeah, you was a little bitty girl. So you mean to tell me when your 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old was getting your quote-unquote husband something to drink because he probably asked, in your mind, she was competing with your man? She was competing with you for your husband? And she was a child? That part stuck out to me like a sore thumb.
We recognize. Yeah, let's talk about that. Her alter ego, because she's so jealous of Nicki Minaj. Only Nicki knows. She done called Nicki all kinds of names. When I say I love Nicki, and then Nicki got spirituality, and Nicki is this, and that bitch is paranoid schizophrenic. That bitch so fucking cheap, she didn't want to pay me for Fashion Over clothes. Like, Nicki, leave her alone. I haven't talked to Chyna in over a year or so.
This is very educational for Black women. And I don't care if you have a mother like this, because a lot of times you can turn into this mother, and you don't realize it until it's too late. This is very educational for Black women because a lot of us have been dealing with this type of stuff for a long time. And if we don't personally deal with it, we know somebody who got a mama like this. Or we know friends who parent their children like this. Let's talk about it. We know friends who parent their children like this. And we might talk about it amongst each other, but not never say nothing to the person. What you're getting to see on display is the emotional roller coaster that a narcissistic mother goes through. Remember, all of these scenarios are created in her head. The jealousy of your child, even when the child could be a baby. There are women who hate their baby girls. I'm talking about as babies. Because in their mind, the baby, she jealous of me. Or she just want to get the attention of it's a real thing. And what you're getting to see on display is how these women operate mentally. It's emotion from one emotion to the next. From crying to I hate you, to I miss you, to I hope you die. All of these things. And they are all real feelings that these narcissistic mothers, they really feel this. Yup, Cece says it's always about men. Absolutely. Absolutely. Most narcissistic mothers center themselves around men. They would disregard their children and themselves for the men that they hold. Take this as a lesson. It's good that Blac Chyna got money and she don't have to deal with her mama. She can go up, raise her churn, and let her mama crash out online and do whatever it is she's doing. But it's a lot of girls who can't escape their mamas like this. Let this be a lesson, because a lot of y'all got mamas who share a lot of these traits. May not be as bad as Tokyo, but you see what I'm saying? And not only do you need to look at it to see what your mama might be like, take note of what not for you to be like. Make sure you watch Tokyo Toni and say to yourself, I will never do this to my child. Because every time I see parents and the way they deal with their children, that's the first thing pop in my head. Lord, I'd rather you take me away from them than to let me do that to my child. This is a narcissistic parent. Never forget it. Okay, now let's move on. Let's get into the last story. Angela Stanton King versus this sissy Madison. Come on in. We got to talk about it. Angela Stanton King versus this sissy Madison. Now, before we get into that, let me start by saying this. I have been watching from afar the DL Whisperer versus T.S. Madison thing. I don't talk about it. I may have mentioned it once or twice on the channel. I think the only thing I mentioned to you guys was I think that regardless to anything that went down, and I still stand on this, the DL Whisperer was wrong for going in front of T.S. Madison's house. Now, I know I said that before, but I would like to elaborate a little bit on why I say that. So if y'all don't know what's going on, the DL Whisperer, he's a gay guy on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. And his job basically was he was helping women to understand what down low men look like, what they do, how they might approach certain women. He was basically the DL Whisperer. He was helping women to understand down low men. And in this, I guess he was exposing down low men, and it kind of went into the trans community where he was talking about some of the TS girls. Don't give me the line as to who he started talking about first, but I do know at some point it moved over into the trans community. Now, the trans community from where I sit is not all of the trans people. I'm talking about the trans people who sit at the top and look as figureheads of the TS community. The trans community seems to be bullies. They bully people in their community. They bully people outside of their community. Plus, I believe that a lot of these trans women are nothing but narcissistic, masculine, male-identified, male-centered men, if that's the word I'm looking for. It's just a bunch of men who hate women that dress like women. I'm going to be real. That's what I get from this sissy Madison. Because I'm going to be honest. I watched this sissy Madison get into it with every single woman on the internet. And it's, get them glow. Yeah, ho. She said, I'm talking about this nigga use his deep voice when he getting into it with women. Puss ass hoe. Puss ass hoe. Mind you, this a nigga. Mind you, this sissy Madison is still a nigga. But as soon as he get into it with a woman, puss ass hoe, bitch ass hoe, saying it all with his chest. Any woman it is, it don't matter who the woman is. A lot of these punks got all of them out in the world when it come to other women. But when it come to them to deal with other punks or other men, it's mum's the word. They get quiet. But this sissy Madison, I believe, is a male-centered, chauvinistic pig in a wig, who is using the trans community in their woes and their setbacks to help the elite TSs, the elite clear people in the LGBTQ community. What TS's job, this is what I believe. TS job is to go down to the lowest of the community, create confusion, get them to pour in all their money, resources, and energy to help the ones at the top, them reptilians at the top. This sissy Madison is no friend to nobody. I don't give a damn what y'all say. And I know I be early. This ain't my first time saying it. Now, I done told y'all this before. This sissy Madison, to me, I believe is an agent, a literal psyop, government agent sent into the community to do exactly what it is doing. And every time he get into it with a woman, we get all of the active in the Adam's apple out of his voice. But when the DL Whisperer got into it with him, he had to go call the police. That's a problem for me. Nigga, that's a problem. That's a problem. All them punks you hang around while y'all ain't called the police. Because the ones I know wouldn't have called the police. See, when the DL Whisperer would have pulled up saying come outside, they would have came outside and the DL Whisperer wouldn't have made it off. That's the kind of gay dudes that I know. Even the TSs that I know would have been outside waiting on the DL Whisperer to pull up. But you see, y'all some internet gangster punks. Y'all hide behind the coverage of the LGBTQ community because y'all know it's at least in the last 4 years that y'all could do no wrong and the community gonna automatically say, oh, they're transphobic, oh, they dysphobic. Y'all hide behind that shit and y'all throw rocks and hide your hand. T.S. Madison, count your motherfucking days, nigga. Count your days. T.S. this Sissy Madison, your time is coming, nigga. Count your days. All that shit you done did in this here community, and you think because you got that fake ass house around there and a few TSs you didn't help that you gonna get off of what you did? Count your days, nigga. Count your days. Count them up. Count them up. And there ain't gonna be nothing from me. The universe gonna take care of you, nigga. Count your days. All that shit TS be around here doing, acting like he really a friend to niggas and bitches. He don't like women, in my opinion. He ain't never liked women. He just used like a lot of them punks on YouTube do. Use black women, act like they cool with them, and can't wait to get offline and call you every fish in the doggone in the alphabet. And you dumbass hoes be so aligned with these niggas, even if they punks, y'all don't even care that they get online every day and tell you how much they hate you. You don't care because you just want to kiki and smile with a nigga because no nigga in real life love you, bitch. Don't stop me, girl. No, I'm going off on a tangent. Don't, because I'm going to start getting mad. I'm going to start getting mad. And I'm going to start really calling it out why them girls be so attracted to all them punks. Don't get me mad. Because I'm going to start psychoanalyzing bitches. And then it's going to be a problem. Then I'm going to be wrong. You see what I'm saying? If I start saying that the reason why y'all running over there to this Sissy Madison because you don't have a man in real life to love you, I'm going to be wrong. And I can say the same thing for the DL Whisperer too. He ain't no different because it's very toxic over there too. All these punks, and this is no shade. Shout out to gay men who do content. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm talking about are the ones who curate these toxic environments where they don't even like the women who follow them. They don't even like the very women who support them. And the women who over there are so slow and stupid, they can't even see it. Where was I going with this? T.S. Madison got to count his days because all the things he put out in that universe going to come back and eat him up. And I can't wait to see it. Move him off to the side. Let's get to the DL Whisperer. Now, I will say from what I saw, it looked to be that T.S. Madison dots the DL Whisperer first. T.S. Madison and that punk Craig got online and make 10, or I don't know what they was doing, playing like they was reading that boy a credit report, talking about how he owed this amount of money to that person, that amount of money to that person. I saw it. I saw it. But T.S. did Sissy Madison like to throw rock and hide his hands. So when the DL Whisperer saw that and took it up a notch, which he did, T.S. went and retreated and acted as if he was a bitch and he was a victim. Now let's get on the DL Whisperer. The DL Whisperer was 1,000,000,000% wrong. You cannot go on the internet and threaten people. And then you can't leave the internet and go around the person's house you threaten. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. He right where he supposed to be. It's wrong. He taking this internet shit too far. And I'm not saying he shouldn't have wanted to defend himself, because if somebody docks me, I want to defend myself too. But you cannot make a threat on the internet and then go pull up in front of them people's house saying come outside. That don't go like that. So with that being said, I stand on what I said. The DL Whisperer is where he belongs. Even if he was helping Black women understand DL men, that's one thing. We got to learn you can't take this shit off the internet and put it in real life. Because really in Georgia, if this Sissy Madison or one of them punks who own that house came outside and popped them upside the head, they'd be well within his rights, and then y'all would be on here crying. This is Georgia. Stand your ground. You see what I'm saying? Y'all play them New York games. Y'all play them California games where niggas can't have blickies. It is different out here. You could kill somebody and go to sleep at night. This the South. This is the dirty South. Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, Florida. You could kill somebody and go to dinner, bitch. It's different out here. It's different. So while y'all bucking this boy up on the internet and not putting him off the ledge, telling him not to go around there, they would have been well within his rights to pop him upside the head. They would have. They would have been well within his rights. He had already went on the internet and said, when I catch you, it's on, or whatever he said. Then he went in front of the door hollering about come outside. They would have been well within his rights to leave him where he was parked. This is Georgia, girl. Y'all play different games where y'all from. This the South. We don't play like that. We don't play like that. Texas too. Yeah, we don't play like that. Girl, y'all play different games. Y'all play different. I done seen people kill people and go to dinner. Man, what is you, man, watch out. On some self-defense. On some stand your ground. Come on, man. So with that being said, he deserves to be where he's at. Because he shouldn't have went around there. Do I think that he has a right to be upset? Absolutely. Because I do believe that T.S. Madison doxed him first. Absolutely. I ain't even mad that he wanted to pop T.S. Madison upside the head. I probably would have wanted to do that too. But it's not what you want to do, it's what you did. He was wrong. And then I saw a video of him at the hearing and the judge at a bond hearing. And the judge is trying to tell this fool, hey, you could get out, but when you get out, you can't mention them. You can't say nothing about them. You can't allude to mentioning them. And the DL Whisperer was in court saying, so wait a minute. So you saying they can say something about me and I can't say nothing about them? I said, oh yeah, lock him back up. Girl, lock him back up. He ain't learned. Lock him back up. That's what I said. And I don't care. Y'all gonna get on here and want me to pick a side because I don't like T.S. Madison. And I don't. But right is right and wrong is wrong. When that judge was telling that nigga, when you get out of here, you can't do 1, 2, and 3. He should have been saying, yes, your honor. Yes, your honor. Yes, your honor. That nigga was saying, so wait a minute. So they can talk about me, but I can't talk about, I said, yeah, lock that nigga back up. Put the key back in. Take the key. Yeah, he ain't learned. Lock him back up. So apparently they locked him back up. Now let's add another element to this. Because I've been watching. Another element to this is T.S. Madison and Armand Wiggins and a few other people are saying that this is kind of Tasha K's fault because Tasha K did allegedly, from what I saw, Tasha K did come out after they filed the police report and he went to jail. He had the gag order where he couldn't speak about T.S. Madison. Well, Tasha K did do a live show where she started saying that she was going to speak on behalf of the DL Whisperer. And she went on to say a few things, and that violated him as well. So when Tasha K went on her live trying to help him and spoke on his behalf, from what I understand, they said that violated him again. So now he don't have no bond. Now, I don't know if that's why he don't have a bond, but I do say he don't have a bond. That could be a fact, okay? Now, some people feel like it's all his fault for even dealing with Tasha. Some people feel like everything Tasha touched turns to SHIT. Some people feel like that's good for him. That's the last person he should have went by. I don't know what's going on with the Tasha situation. Would I have been over there having Tasha speak on my behalf? Absolutely not. Maybe he knew, maybe he didn't know. I don't know. But I will say, I wouldn't be taking advice from somebody who already currently in trouble. I'll just say that. What I would do is learn from their mistakes, but I wouldn't take advice. I just wouldn't. Now, why is this important? So the DL Whisperer, like I said, is still currently in jail because this goes all the way around the Angela Stanton King and all that stuff. So now the DL Whisperer is currently in jail, and I want to share a little bit of footage from stuff that happened prior. Let's get into it.
Y'all, how stupid DL Whisperer is. This is him pulling up in Madison's neighborhood, right? Now, my whole thing is, right? This is not a pull-up. This is a dip and dash, okay? This is a dip and dash. If you were really that bad, you would have turned that car into that driveway and you would have knocked upon that door. You knew not to do that.
Well, that's illegal and against the law, sir. Don't be a punk all your life. See, that's punk behaviors. That's punk and hood rat shit. Oh, see, if it was me, I would have pulled my car right into your driveway and you would have got shot. How finesse be doing? Because if it was me, I would have pulled and you would have got shot. He did right. He did what he was supposed to do. Drive up the street. You see what I'm saying? Girl, y'all don't be a punk all your life, sir. Let me move past you.
In addition to that, you take the act to appear at
This is him in court with the judge trying to tell him not to mention TS. Watch him.
their home, drive around their neighborhood, things like that. I think that's definitely over the line, and that's the reason this court is issuing that protective order. Now, in regards to, sir, do you have any questions?
So they can talk about me and they can do anything to me, but I just have to not do anything to them. I just want to make sure we're clear. So they can do whatever.
I understand what you're asking. The only thing I can answer, the only way I can answer that is right now there are 2 protective orders against you, and more than likely I can't speak for what's going to happen on your criminal case, but at some point you will have a bond. And you will probably have bond conditions as well, and they will probably be very similar to these protective orders. So what I can tell you right now is you are not to have any contact with Ms. Morgan or Ms. Hinton, and not to refer to them on social media, make any threats, email them, text them, drop them to the house, or get within 500 yards, okay? And they will serve these on you sometime today or tomorrow, okay? And you guys are welcome to hang out and they'll get you copies of that.
Thank you.
In addition to that, you take the act.
Him asking the question after the judge gave him, I guess, the ruling or whatever, him asking, so you mean they could talk about me? That told me that he's still on the same crap. And he doesn't grasp the gravity of what's going on. Or maybe he doesn't understand. I don't know. But either way, he needs to stay locked up. The only thing he should have been saying was, yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's it. Once the judge say, hey, man, this the rules moving forward. Yes, sir. Yet, mind you, you in jail for stalking them. They not in jail for stalking you. It's not a your word against theirs. They got you in 4K on camera stalking them. And you really in the courtroom trying to tongue wrestle with the judge? Yeah, you need to stay locked up, fat. You ain't got it yet. I think something ain't right up there. Now, this was Tasha K.
In a wig. All right, deal whisperer. So.
Oh, I thought it was Tasha K. That looks like a drag queen. Hold on. Or a TS. Hold on. Tasha K was talking about it, but it don't matter. Let me see. What's this?
A man in a wig, holla. Now, I'm very aware of what's been going down between TS Man and the DL Whisperer. I've been watching very closely. You guys know that I support the DL Whisperer. I've been seeing the back and forth, and now the shade room is involved where Justin Carter is even covering it and making sure that certain information gets out on, restraining orders that are actually put on both. The DL Whisperer has a restraining order on him from TS, and he is actively getting one on TS Madison as well. It has been kind of back and forth, and it has gotten so big that it's like, oh my God, there are now weapons involved. There are house drive-bys involved. Do you have the house drive-by, Jasmine? It is just gotten out of hand, and you're forgetting why this is happening because there's just so much beef going on. But Jasmine, show the drive-by.
T.S. Madison, bring that ass outside. Look where I'm at, ho. What's up?
So this is real footage, okay? And I'm sure that this is what TS used to get the restraining order on Whisper, and of course, maybe some threats that have been made, and vice versa with him and her getting on live with guns and stuff, because, you know, the type of information that I'm giving you, yeah, they would probably ride by my house if they could and get away with it. But, you know, I ain't scared of you. The DL Whisperer, in my opinion, and I've told him this, he's emotional. When you get emotional, you do things that you shouldn't do, and then they got you in a legal chokehold. And then there's, guess what? They're only gonna listen to her because guess what? With him, because they got paperwork on you now. But they ain't got paperwork on me. But most of the trans community, the ones that follow this one here, I think it's time that we not focus on the antics of the drive-bys and the ride-bys and the restraining orders, and we get down into business as to why TS, in my opinion, and why Dominique Morgan, TS manager's partner and business partner, another transgendered woman, is coming after the DL Whisperer because he's whispering and they don't like it. And it ain't got nothing to do with DL men. It's got everything to do with the propaganda that they're selling y'all out here as men in wigs. And I think you would be floored once you get this information, okay? And so without further ado, I'm going to introduce my partner, my PI, my investigator.
I think we've got enough. So this is what I want to say about it, right? Because I understand also the nuance of this situation. And what Tasha K said was right. The trans community really was mad that the DL Whisperer were spilling their tea. You got to keep in mind, the trans guys who's in the trans community who act like they care about the whole LGBTQ, they rely on the quote unquote solidarity of the entire community. So when someone inside the community doesn't agree with what they say, they automatically turn on that person and attack them as if they like the worst thing, right? And so when the DL Whisperer was saying the things that he was saying about the TSs, he wasn't lying. He was spilling some real good tea. And the trans community, or at least this Sissy Madison and her crew, his crew, whatever, they didn't like it. So if I'm being completely honest, I gotta be honest. They was mad that the DL Whisperer was clocking their teeth. They was. They were very upset that he was clocking their teeth, and they were even more upset that that he was gay and inside of the community. Because I've seen them say stuff like, and he supposed to be gay. It's like a bullying system. It's like if you don't agree with them, then automatically you the worst thing. And I told y'all I believe T.S. Madison is an Asian in the eye. I'ma say it till I'm blue in the face. And his job is to come over here and do what he doing. So I do believe that they was jealous of the fact that he was clocking their teeth, because think about it. It takes DL Whisperer to say what he says so that we don't have to be held down with stupid ideologies from E.J. Johnson, like he looks just as good as a girl. And the worst part, to see women on here say stuff like, oh, E.J. Johnson looks like Tasha K, or Tasha K looks like E.J. Johnson. Y'all weird. He's still a boy. He's still a nigga. He's still a nigga. The reason why a DL Whisperer is needed, or at least a character like him, is because you need somebody to cut through that monotony and that bullshit that community be trying to push. Because if you let them run it, they will be women and we will be cis women if you let them tell it. If you let the trans girls run this shit, they will be running all of this stuff. It will be the trans women will be the real women, and we will be the cis women or the other women or the birthing persons. Yo, whatever all the shit they was making up on us. But I told y'all it's a psyop. That TS scam out of the LGBT community is a psyop. It's a psyop. It's a psyop. And they don't like when people inside the community say nothing against it because then they feel even more played. I'm telling y'all now. At any rate, people were saying that he shouldn't have got in bed with Tasha K, or at least because he did do interviews with Tasha. So they were saying that Tasha K kind of didn't help the situation by coming online, speaking on it. Because, you know, Tasha K has her own relationship or beef with T.S. Madison. She got her own beef with T.S. Madison. So it's kind of like, oh, you beefing with them, I'm beefing with them too. So we might as well roll it out. That's how content creators go. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, fast forward. Angela Stanton King. So apparently, like I told y'all, T.S. Madison loves having all of the bass in his voice when it comes to other women. But when it came down to the DL Whisperer, that nigga was scared. So now Angela Stanton King must have sent the DL Whisperer money, and T.S. Madison does what this sissy Madison does all the time, create confusion. So T.S. Madison took to his social media to come on here and say, oh, Angela Stanton, she must be this phobic or she must be that because she helped the DL Whisperer and da-da-da-da-da-da. And Angela Stanton King had to come out here and say, bitch, I help who I want to help. But just because I sent him money don't mean this, that, and the third. People can agree with the DL Whisperer and want to support him. Ain't no crime in that. Just like people can agree with T.S. Madison and support him. Ain't no crime in that. But you can't get mad at people for supporting whatever side they want to support. Okay? So let's get into T.S. Madison trying to call out Angela Stanton King, and then Angela Stanton King is going to respond.
Yes, and that same night for my Halloween party, Angela Stanton, the great Republican, was sending him money, which we were showing that to the judge too, that he was monetizing off of this that people were paying him to go do harm to me.
I want to say this. I don't believe that women were paying the DL Whisperer to do anything to T.S. Madison. I believe that T.S. Madison is using a gross misrepresentation of the truth. I believe that she's taking facts of the case and creating a truth that's not real. What she's trying to make it seem like is that the DL Whisperer was this maniac who wanted nothing more but to kill her. Okay, that's the story that T.S. Madison is trying to paint, and it's just not the truth. Not the way that he's saying it. It's just not the truth. Okay, nobody was sending the DL Whisperer money saying, yeah, go get T.S. Madison. Nobody, I didn't see nobody doing it. But again, that's how they gonna posit it because they gotta be the victims and everything, okay? I just wanted to add that to that.
They're right. Listen, you know, one thing about a lie don't care who tells it. Now, T.S., let's tell the truth. Yeah, I sent that man money. I sent that man money because you doxed him. Because you had people calling up to his job. Because you had him fired. You care so much about young black men. Let's talk about how this black man was on the verge of homelessness. Let's talk about how you, as a black man in a wig, sit up on your platform and you constantly harass people like me, Nicki Minaj, Just Hilarious. You hate women, but when it comes to a man dealing with you, all of a sudden you want to run to the police. All of a sudden you scared. All of a sudden you need a protective order. No, you're just a man in a wig and you're a bully when it comes to women. And when a real man gets on your ass, you want to cry and point your fingers. Tell the truth. And look, Trump ain't going, baby. Don't try to get me caught up in none of your bullshit. Trump ain't going. And I ain't either.
You want another? I do. Shout out to Angela Stanton King. Let me say this, man. Let me say this. She clocked it. She did clock it. Because what T.S. Madison is trying to do is what would have worked a couple of years ago in the middle of the Democratic run. If T.S. Madison would have came out and called Angela Stanton King homophobic or transphobic and the DL Whisperer transphobic, the whole internet would have rushed over there and called them all transphobic, horrible people. They would have lost their jobs, all types of stuff. But in 2026, we don't do that no more. That shit don't rock like it used to. We got more of a freedom of speech and we could say that shit and say it with our chest, even though I was saying it then because I didn't give a damn. You see what I'm saying? But it's a play. It's what it is. Making it seem like Angela was sending him money to do something to you, that wasn't the case. People support who they want to support for reasons other than people wanting to see you hurt. If a nigga really wanted to put hands on this Sissy Madison, they would have been did it. And furthermore, I am of confusion, maybe because I come from New Orleans where the punks fight. And I know the punks in Florida fight too, and I know the TS girls in Florida fight too. This Sissy Madison done got into this industry, and now they playing Karen. Because where I'm from, if the DL Whisperer would have pulled up, he wouldn't have pulled off. You get it? So I don't know this Karen police, but I get it. This Sissy Madison is following the protocol of the clear people who really pulls the strings. That is so Karen. That is so clear. That's what the clears do. Throw rock and hide their hand. He literally is reenacting what a clear person would be doing. I believe that this Sissy Madison is, and let me get me up here. I believe the DL Whisperer was wrong, and he's in jail where he should be. He needs to learn to control himself. If he can't control himself, then he needs to go talk to somebody. Now, as it pertains to this Sissy Madison is using this platform or his platform to try to create narratives that are not true, making it seem like people just hating on him or people just want to see some harm done to him. But every time you turn around, he acting like he won't put hands and feet on a woman. You is a man, nigga. You a man. I don't give a damn how much hip padding you put on and how many titties you go by. That dick is still a size 12. I saw it. You a whole ass man. A whole man with a penis bigger than most men. I saw it. This big. Bitch hanging off his legs like a light pole. Bitch like a baby leg. Like an AR-15, bitch. That bitch hanging off this sissy's leg, bitch, like a third child. That's a whole ass nigga. I seen it. That's a man. I don't give a damn what the nigga put on his face and what the nigga put on his chest. After I see what I see, that's a nigga. I've had a few. Okay. I know a nigga when I see one. I know what I'm looking at. Okay. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I think that what this Sissy Madison is doing, what some girl said on TikTok, basically using them people's playbook to screw over other black people. And then I told y'all I believe that he energy harvesting and all of this stuff to get the LGBTQ community, the black people in that community, so that they can get on board with them clear people, so that all of the clears can live happily ever after with all of these provisions. Because I keep telling black trans and black gays, while y'all running behind this Sissy Madison, you will not benefit from what comes of this. I need all of the LGBTQIA plus up here. Come up here, line up, shortest to front, tallest to short, whatever to the front of the congregation. I need to talk to you. Everybody in the LGBTQ, mark my word. While y'all windmilling for all of these trans rights and windmilling for all of these clears, you will not reap none of those benefits. You're being used. You're being used. You will not reap a bit of those benefits. So all you daggers, all you punks, all you TSs and the drag queens and all in between, while y'all windmilling for these people, you being used. You being used, Fefe. And you're not going to reap none of the benefits. And the very people you following going to shit on you. I promise you. We're going to come back here and discuss it. Watch when it happens. It always happens. And when it comes out, y'all already know what I'm going to do. When it comes out that this Sissy Madison done played in y'all face and got y'all to do all of this, this going to be me.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
Keep running behind them alphabets if you want. Keep on running behind them alphabets. The alphabets don't work for you, fat. They never have. And I want anybody from the community to prove me wrong. I need somebody black from the community to tell me how the LGBTQIA plus community help black people in their community. I'll wait. Y'all be windmilling for shit that don't even make no sense. Girl, let me get up off of here. Child, please. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jay New Orleans says, life as an emotional adult is dangerous. Anyone who's aware of psychology can get you to do whatever. Facts. And enemies can lure you into traps with ease. Thank you so much for those bars, because you are absolutely right. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Jay New Orleans, thank you for the super chat, says he drove 3 hours to the house. For real? Ain't no beef in the world I take a road trip for. Yeah, he throw the fuck off. He really need to be in jail. If that nigga drove 3 hours to go to T.S. Madison house, he might need to be locked down. Don't get foolish, y'all. I get it. The DL Whisperer was helping y'all. Something is wrong up here. If that nigga drove 3 hours, something is wrong up here. 3 hours, something ain't, if that's the truth. I don't give a damn what he whispering, bitch. We'll say it out loud, because something wrong. Something wrong. Jay New Orleans, thank you for the super chat, says, please be careful they get channels snatched. I'm good. I said my opinion, and they can't get mad at me for my opinion. My opinion is this Sissy Madison is a nigga. And I'm going to say it till I can't say it no more. Now, if this Sissy Madison tries to get my channel taken down, it'll come back up. And then I'll deal with that person on the back end. Listen, let me say this. Thank you, Jay New Orleans. Let me say this. Ain't a bitch on YouTube gonna punk me to not say what I want to say. I done been a YouTuber for too long and watch you hoes be compromised and tiptoe around this and ooh, I can't say that and ooh, let me not. I don't do that. I'm going to say what I got to say. Gotcha. I'm going to say what I got to say. So I don't give a damn who they know at YouTube. I don't give a damn who they know wherever they know. I'm going to say what I got to say. And it's my opinion and can't nobody get mad about how I feel. And it is what it is. They don't scare me. They don't scare me at all. Ain't worried about it. Thank you, AJ Love, for the super chat. Says K. Michelle, Phaedra Nene reads come from the soul. Fendi facts. And that's why they different. Even though I feel like Kenya has a little soul in her too, it's just different. They reads come from the ancestors. That's what it is. Kenya, Nene, and K. Michelle, they reads come from the ancestors. And with that being said, I'm about to hop up off here, y'all. Like the video if you haven't already, please. Also, support the doll. Hit the link that's pinned to the top of the chat. VoodooDollTVShop.com. Get your babe merch. Black Americans versus everybody is the wave. So make sure y'all cop y'all some merch. I will catch y'all on the next one. See y'all later. Peace.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Come on. That's right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up. Then it bust it open, lift it up. Yeah, come on, lift it up. Then it bust it open for your B-O-Y. For your rockin' for your lift it up, baby. Mix it with your bustin' up. Come on, Blaze, you know. Drop me a nasty beat.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.